All right, well, we're going to start mapping the coronavirus in Excel. This is a simple, about 5-minute exercise to get the coronavirus data that the New York Times publishes on a site called GitHub and create a map out of that and then turn that into a time-wise animation. It's pretty quick and pretty easy in Excel. Not exactly geographic information system, but it will get you started. All right, so the first thing we need to do is get our data. And if we go to Moodle and Google.com and we type in NYT and GitHub, GITHUB, and coronavirus, it pops up, and the first thing that pops up is New York Times, COVID-19, an ongoing repository of the data. There will be other data repositories that you can find. Right here is something that says U.S. counties. So 6 hours ago for 327, clearly it's 328, but we'll get the 327 data now because that's what's available. And then there's a little button here that says raw. We're going to click on that raw, and this gives it this. We could cut and paste this. This is the data we're going to grab, but we're going to select this web address here, also known as a URL, and we're going to copy it with a Control-C. Then we're going to go to Excel, and this is Excel 2019. Previous versions also have the mapping. I'm not sure about OS X versions, about Mac versions, because I haven't tested it on that. But we're going to go to Data and click this From the Web button. And it says Basic URL. I'm going to paste that in here and say OK. All right, brings it up, says comma, first 200 rows, blah, 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 blah. This looks right. This looks like the data we looked at there, and we're going to click Load. I'm going to go to the bottom with an end down and end up, and it looks like we have the data by date and county and state, FIPS code, and deaths. So we would like a map, and that's pretty quick. We're going to go to Insert. We're going to go to 3D maps. We could have used maps, but that would take some more manipulation. But we're going to go to 3D maps. It's going to spin for a minute. And you have to be connected to the web. It is bringing in all of the locations that have the coronavirus in it right now. This isn't every county. It's just the ones that have been noticed as having at least one coronavirus case. All right, and so it has county and state province as what it's being geocoded on. We'd like to add a height field here, so we're going to do cases. And you could spin that a little bit, and you'll see New York there with 121,000 total cases, but that's wrong, not 121,000. So we see cases sum here, and we go and we'll do average, and hopefully that will it won't matter in a minute. That's sort of, let's do max. And that should give us the 25,000, which is the current cases in New York City, which is kind of sort of scary. All right, but so now we have this map here, but that's not really where we're headed for. I want to do the animation. You can play with this on your own if you'd like. But we're going to come over here, and you see this change the data visualization to region. We're going to click on that, and it's going to give us county boundaries. And again, it's going to take a minute or two for the Microsoft geocoder to finish its job. And since I'm in Central PA here, I'm going to get rid of my field list, and I'm going to zoom to my region. All right. I'm going to add a category of state here just to show you can do it. All right, this also accentuates right there. That's Huntingdon. That's where I'm sitting doing this, and you can see it maps the states by different colors. And then for each of the states, if you ran down here, it has the legends, and if you slid down, you could see the maxes for each state. But I'm going to get rid of state here, just showing you how you can do it because I only want one color. But I'd like that color to be red. So I'm going to go to layer options, and I'm going to change this lovely purple color to red. Because I want to. You could pick another color if you like. And so this gives us sort of the latest maximum that we have. And it won't show zeros. Oh, well, it will show zeros or negatives. We could get rid of those. But now I want to add a time field, and that time field is going to be date. All right, I didn't change anything, but this is 3/27/2020, which is our latest date. If you hit the player down here, it will play through every date and time that we have there, and we see nothing really happens till March. And boom, we end up with a lovely map and an animation. If I wanted to focus more on the area that I'm in, I might want to move this. Can I make it smaller? Yeah, I can make it smaller so we can see more. And I might not want to call it layer 1. Come up here and edit it. There's a little thingy there. Instead of layer 1, let's call it CoronaVirus cases. All right, making it look just a little bit better for our mapping purposes. And we could do a screen capture if we wanted. And if I was in PowerPoint, I could go back and paste it into PowerPoint or Word or wherever I wanted to go. Like I said, we're going to create a video tour of this, or a video of the tour. So I'm going to go to Options, and I'd like my transition. I want this to happen over maybe a minute, because 10 seconds is a little too quick. So I'm going to get right there to a minute, and that's good. I've got that set, and now I want to create my tour video. So I'm going to click on Create Video here. I'll go to the smaller one because it goes a little quicker. I'll grab a soundtrack. And the Jaws theme song, and apply. Your editor probably won't like that, but what the heck. And tour1.mp4, I'm going to call this Corona. March 26, and save it. And as it says, it can take a few minutes. All right, I paused the recording so you didn't have to watch the green screen crawl across. And then when it's done, I'm going to click Open. Okay, well that finishes our tour and that finishes our lesson. I hope you all enjoyed it.